Hey everyone, this is Scott from the Forgot to Grow podcast. I just finished watching the first episode of the Chilling Adventures of Sabrina on Netflix, and I enjoyed it actually. I thought it was pretty good. I wasn't 100% sure whether I'd like the show or not, whether they'd go a little too Riverdale for my liking, a little too CW, if you know what I mean. But I really liked it. It was pretty cool. I like the characters, and none of them are particularly annoying, which is always a plus. And I like the way this new, well, maybe not new, but this different interpretation, new to me interpretation of Sabrina and her lore. Like, the only Sabrina kind of knowledge I have is Sabrina the Teenage Witch from the 90s, okay? And this show is super different. This is not anywhere along the same lines, just some of the same characters. That was a, kid family show. This is dark. You see someone get freaking killed in the first few minutes. In the first half of the episode, you see somebody get killed, and they don't shy away from it. It's pretty graphic, and so this show's pretty dark. I like the aesthetic that they're going with it. It's pretty cool. This kind of dark, all the dark and shady stuff, but with the pops of mainly red, but different pops of different bright colors. I really like the aesthetic they've set up in this show, and it gives it a very unique vibe. They've also got this weird kind of off-focus thing going on in the background a lot of the time, and partly in frame. It's strange, I think, but it gives it that kind of mystical, kind of magical kind of feel to it. You kind of get the sense that this isn't Earth. This isn't this isn't our Earth. This isn't happening in our reality. This is a different reality where magic exists, and people sign their name away to Satan and shit like that. They don't refer to him as saying he's the Dark Lord. But, which is, like I said, I'm used to the 90s Sabrina, so I'm really liking this kind of dark turn. Obviously, I think this is based a lot off the comic run of the Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, but I don't know that much. Like I said, that's why I'm watching this show, to find out. But yeah, this first episode, a few cool things that I really enjoyed. I like the way the ants are, like the actresses playing. I don't know any of the actors or actresses' names for this. I meant to look that up, but then I realized I probably couldn't pronounce most of them. But I liked all of them. I thought all the characters were pretty cool or interesting. They all have their own unique kind of personalities, which is always good. You don't want these blank archetypes. So I enjoyed the different characters. I liked some of the different lore we got in this. The fact that there was a witch hunt in Greendale back in the 1600s, but it's a secret no one talks about. They only talk about the Salem witch hunts, and I like that little interesting bit. The fact that familiars, which are like the animals that they hang out with, are actually goblins that take animal form and they protect witches. That was really cool. So Salem's a goblin, which I thought was just that's cool. That's interesting. Maybe that was in the Teenage Witch one too. I don't remember. I was a kid when I watched that other show, the Sabrina the Teenage Witch TV series. But the fact that this is a goblin is just cool. It's a cool explanation. I like that she kind of is this rebellious one versus everyone else. Obviously, the fact that she's half witch, half human, she's questioning everything. So I just like that bit to the lore. What else do I got down here? Her father was a headmaster at a witch school, the Academy of the Unseen Arts, which like I said, I don't know her backstory that well, and I can't remember it very well from when I was younger in the other TV show, but I thought this was an interesting little take that her dad was actually the head of the school, and he then went and married a human. So I like that kind of dichotomy of that. I like that we get a lot of hints to her, her parents' backstory being a little more complicated than, she's been led on to believe up to this point. So I'm kind of curious to find out a little bit more about that. I like that Salem kind of comes out of nowhere in a sense. Like, they have her aunts that suggest a certain way for her to find a familiar. She went her own way about it, and he shows up. And so I'm kind of curious to learn a little more about his backstory too. I'm curious to learn a little bit more. So this show's got me so far. I'm definitely going to be checking out some more of these episodes. Hopefully it doesn't go too teen drama on me, and they stick with the dark mystical stuff, and I don't want to see as much of the stuff at the high school. That's all I'm going to say. Unless they're doing witch stuff there. I like a lot more of the focus on the magic-y stuff so far in that first episode. But we'll see once I get to the second episode what it's like. I'm only going to be doing this one for the individual episode, just for the first one. But I'll be doing another kind of review and thoughts for once I finish the complete season. But yeah, that's pretty much all I had written down for this episode. Like I said, it was a pilot. There was a lot that happened. But it was also just a lot of questions opened up about this too. Like, they give us some answers, but they also are like, is she gonna be a witch? Is she not? Who's this guy that she meets some pope of the, of witches at the end? He's the connection to the Dark Lord. So I'm really interested to see where this goes and to learn a little bit more about this. But what did you all think of this first episode? If you've watched it yet, if you have, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks again for joining me today. Have a good one.